you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. It's not so long ago that the sound hit the nation. Every Saturday night on your favorite radio. And the party's jumping, yeah, and the vibe feels so strong. Throw your hands in the air, lift your head up high. You know you've got to sing along. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. It's not so long ago that the sound hit the nation. Every Saturday night on your favorite radio. And the party's jumping, yeah, and the vibe feels so strong. Throw your hands in the air, lift your head up high. You know you've got to sing along. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Got to feel it. What's the name of the jam? Say I can feel it. You know you can. I've got my groove on, and I'm ready to go. Check out my ride, girl, but don't touch my radio. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up and make me feel good. Feel so good. And make me feel good. Feel so good. Feel so good.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today? We got the live stream popping. We got Mr. Benja Prosper, I believe, on YouTube joining us today. We got King Riches, Dibim N6N0N3Y. That's definitely from YouTube. Welcome, man. The Eternal Alone, Benja. Again, ladies and gentlemen. We got Kaneki in the house as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm incredibly excited to have you joining me today on a Tuesday for an important crypto marketing, business, and content Q&A. If you're looking to win in 2026 and beyond in crypto, you're going to be getting some insights from today's presentation. You're going to be getting your questions answered. You're going to be getting some secret alpha that I'm going to be sharing. So with that, let's get into it with some of the first questions that we have here that were pre-submitted to the stream. And what I invite you guys to do, I see we got Django in the room. We got Kanekix as well, who's around. For you guys, if you have certain questions, what I would invite you to do is to drop in your current situation. What are you trying to achieve? and what are the challenges that you have faced to get there. And this right here is going to give me good substance for the question that I'll be able to answer. We got Casper as well in the house. Casper, how you doing? And we got Alex. Let's go, Alex. 1 hour before our live stream together. The pack is strong. Here's what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. We got Kaito behind the scenes with me, who is helping me on the production side. Huge shout out to Kaito. That guy is the reason why this stream even functions in the first place. Kaito is gonna be throwing up the first questions that we have. Kaito, feel free to run it for us. And on your side, if you have any question, drop it in the chat. Kaito, also known as Daniele, is going to be screenshotting those and saving them for later. All right. So we got the first question from Trophy, which says, what soft skill should a marketer going into social media marketing learn well in 2026? This is a fantastic question. And the answer to it has been circulating on the timeline over the last 24 hours, which is the skill set of storytelling. But I'm even going to take it one step further. I'm going to tell you why storytelling, but why I also don't think why the most important skill is storytelling. Instead, I have an adjacent skill to it. We're moving into the age of eternal abundance. Everything is commoditized. Everything is the same. The features that make your phone fast, cheap, efficient, secure, every phone company has the same one. Every single digital tablet in the world have the same features. Every cap is cheap, durable, and aesthetic. Every mic is high quality and long lasting. The features are commoditized. In the age of abundance, the only thing that differentiates you from the competition is the story you have the ability to tell. Think of the most commoditized product ever to exist. The shoes. Shoes. Since the medieval ages, people have been wearing shoes. Yet Nike comes out and becomes a top company in the world, selling the most commoditized product that our ancestors used to wear. Why? Nike doesn't talk about the soul of its shoes. It doesn't talk about the material that they use. What they do is they tell you a story. So he who has the ability to tell the better story wins in the age of abundance. But then this is what I have to say. Storytelling as a skill is mega important. The storyteller wins. He who tells the better story wins. And the book that I recommend to you, because I always have a book to recommend, and this is one that you've seen me talk about if you've been a regular watcher of the content, is Building a Story Brand. Great book about storytelling. We totally recommend it. However, being a good storyteller is not enough. To tell a good story, you need a storyteller. Just like to build a cult, you need a cult leader. To build a tribe, you need a tribe leader. To get your story out, you're going to need to know how to tell a story. Which is why the adjacent skill that I would say comes before becoming a good storyteller is becoming a good communicator. Especially on camera. I think in 2026, your ability to be on camera is going to be one of the most important skills ever to master. Ever. In the age of AI slop, the internet is going to get overtaken by so much garbage or good content, but most of it is going to be AI. Human content is soon going to have a premium attached to it because it'll be rarer and it'll have the perceived value of it being more difficult to produce, which is the reality. So I would start before even studying storytelling. I would get good at telling stories. I would put my face out there. I would get in front of the camera. I would start recording myself. I would stumble on my word, and then I would try again. And I would try again. And I would try again. And I would rewatch myself until you realize, like, okay, shoo, I'm actually getting good at this. I've been making content for 10 years now. And, I watch some of my old videos versus today. And you watch some of these old videos, and you wouldn't look at Leon and think, oh, this guy's a natural. This guy's gifted. Like, this guy's going to become a live streamer or a YouTuber. Never. But it was the practice, it was the investment, it was the time, energy, and priority that I gave this skill. And I'm going to be honest with you, getting better at communicating has opened so many doors for me. It's hard for me to generally explain to you the doors that open to you once you have the ability to get out there and start talking your messages into existence. Doors start opening up, opportunities start coming to you. You find yourself becoming a better leader with your team. You find yourself having better conversations with potential romantic partners. Life just gets easier. So before learning storytelling, I would talk about how do you get good at being a storyteller? How do you get good at presenting? So this right here is the first. That's the first one. We got a good question by Soul Frater underscore Soul. Before I get to it, let me check the chat. Django, my question is, I need to have my my head to achieve full potential. The short answer is yes, man. Pronounce that an alien. Leon, do you feel everyone wants to become a storyteller now and has no story to tell because they they do not have enough experience to draw insights from? That's a very good question. And my answer to it is that the stories you are documenting are not those of your insights and experience. The story you are documenting is that of the very journey you are traveling. So I may rephrase your point to everyone wants to be a storyteller, but no one has a story to tell because they aren't traveling a journey worth recounting. Think of your favorite movie. Think of Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings. The whole 9 hours in total between the three trilogy movies. This follows the journey of a people trying to save humanity. You're capturing the present, but it's a journey worthy of being documented. And that's what I would say most people lack when they want to do storytelling. It's not about the things you've lived, but it's what you're currently living. What is the journey you're traveling? And let me tell you this, the journey of you trying to become a copywriter that is getting paid $5,000 a month is a journey worth documenting. And it will appeal to people like you who want to become people that have the ability to generate their first $5,000 a month. That's it. The journey that I document is for that of people that see themselves in my journey. It's people that naturally want to work in crypto because that's the content that I create in. And it's people that want to get to the level of success that I've gotten to. And these are the people I have the ability to speak to, the people that are at my business scale or under that want to get to that point. So that's what I would say. It's not about what you've lived, but it's about what you're living right now as we speak. Devim, can I get the book Building a Story Brand online? Yes, I can imagine it's You can either order it, or I'm sure there are many websites where you can find copies of it. Again, NFA, but the yeah, the internet is a magical place. We got Casper on chain. Leon, is my 40-second edit for Met Dubai considered storytelling, or is it lost hope? It's pinned to my profile. I don't think I understand that question. Casper on chain. Did you get it? Met Dubby from my PFV. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'll comment on this a little bit later. Yeah, we'll comment on this. Let's go to the. Sorry, Daniela, say again. Let's go for it. Let's go for question number two. All right, we got Elijah Gabriel. Okay, I'm a content maker who's trying to build an audience on CT, and over some weeks, I've gotten to like creating memes in form of art like Bold Leonidas, and I'm on a journey to do that. My first question, would you consider it a good choice in account growth? Number two, how to build value in this space to be known for a particular important thing, just like how you are known for helping founders develop. Three, does sticking to one niche really matter, or you can diversify? Okay. So, Elijah, thanks for the question. Here are my 2 cents on what you just said. I think the very framing of your question portrays a lack of understanding of what actually matters when it comes to identifying your niche and doubling down on it. A niche needs to have a problem. If there is no problem, there is no niche. As simple as this. If there is no problem, there is no niche. So now, based on this, you can ask yourself the question, through your art, what is the problem you're trying to solve? Because now, when we start thinking in terms of problems, many problems start to open up in front of us. It's like, okay, interesting. So crypto is a boring place and information is hard to consume. I make crypto knowledge easy to consume using cartoon art. Or launching a project, building an aesthetic brand is hard. I help projects build an aesthetic brand. You see how we're starting with the problem and then we are creating the solution to it. And the two examples we saw are one that is like B2C, like I make crypto easy to understand for people using art, or number two, I help brands express themselves through art. And I understand the whole artistic, I just want to be an artist and I just want to create and get paid for my art. But there's a reason why artists have a reputation and the reputation of being broke. There's a reason for this. You can be a rich artist by solving a problem using your art. It's as simple as this. So I'm going to ask you the first question that you asked me. I'm going to turn the question back to you, and I'm going to ask you, how do you reframe this into not think about a niche, but think about a problem? You need to solve a problem. If you don't have a problem, you don't have a niche. Number two, the second question becomes self-explanatory because your question is, how do you build value in this space to be known in a particular thing? If you tackle a problem long enough, you will become known as a solution provider of that problem. If Bold Leonidas, without trying much, without trying a lot to get business, has brands reaching out to him asking for commissions. If you have a proper funnel in place where you can show projects how you can make their lives easier, how you can make their products better through working with you, then life will get a lot easier. And that's how you build value in this space, by actually setting yourself out to solving the very problem that you're trying to solve. That's literally the framework that I've applied with Unfungible. You say, like, I'm known to helping founders develop, and you say that I'm known for this because that's what I've been doing for the last 3 years and a half. For 3 years and a half, I've been doing nothing but creating content that would help founders launch and market easier, because marketing in crypto is hella hard, very hard, super hard. That's the problem that I'm trying to solve. And you do this long enough, consistently enough, and you will find yourself in a place where you are the face of the industry whose problem you're trying to solve. As simple as this. And then, thirdly, does sticking to one niche really matter, or does one diversify? I would say now more than ever, niching down is even more important, especially now more than ever. Now, it's not niches are riches are niches. It's niching even down in a niche is where the riches are. Think of Unfungible. We are building in the crypto space, which is a niche, in the marketing space, which is a smaller niche, and our core product for the last 2 years has been founder-led marketing through Spaces live stream content, which is an even smaller niche. So I was able to build my business on like a toothpick, if you are to look at the spectrum of niches that exist out there. Not even toothpick, like a hair branch. Not that I have any, but like a hair-sized niche. There's more competition than ever. AI is making the creation of content more accessible, and the algorithms have become more sophisticated that would allow previous niches that were impossible to exist to now exist. Back in the days, you had 100,000 people around the world that were interested in collecting a certain Pokemon card. And all they do, their passion is that one Pokemon card. Before, it was super hard to create a niche out of these 100,000 people because they were all over the place. There was not one place where they could all meet and unite. Thanks to the internet today, and especially thanks to the advances in the algorithm, you can now create content around that one Pokemon character, and you will become the king at that one Pokemon character, and people will watch you, and you're going to be able to speak to those 100,000 people that are on the internet, and you'll be able to reach them. Niche down. That's the only way. That's the only way to make it. Let's look at some of the questions we got here. So the Eternal Alone, my one question: how can I elevate my content game to stand out as a expert and abs maxi? So communication expert and abstract maxi. Again, we go back to the point that was brought up earlier. What is the problem you're trying to solve? Start with the problem. And I guarantee you, please, I will guarantee you, if you start with the problem, your content, your business, your monetization, your product, your email newsletter, your YouTube videos, your long form articles, everything will fall into place. Everything will fall into place so easily because you will know instantly what type of content you should be making. Super simple. Let's see some other ones. Precisely, that's why you're a better communicator. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it so flatter. You're flattering me. Let's go. I mean, can you rate it? Let's quickly watch Casper's video just because I have it right here in front of me. So, Daniela, I'm going to share my screen. Yep. Mhm. All right. Casper, are you with us? Casper, is Casper with us in the room? Is Casper with us in the room? Casper, meet W from my POV. Learned a lot, met wonderful people. LP Army, made new friends, and what an experience it was. Thank you, Meteora, featuring. Okay, so a couple feedback. So why start with a logo, man? What's the point? You've already lost people. This is the thumbnail. This is the hook. That's the first thing people see. That's arguably the most important thing. One of the things I spend the most time working on my YouTube videos, especially, is the hook. It's the hook. How effective is how good is the image? So you've just wasted 2 seconds of a viewer's time with the logo, and then
And
is
go,
happening
yeah,
here.
straight to the dome. Dirty my soul. Phone, bitch, leave me alone.
So I think this whole scene was a little bit slow, man. It's been a little bit slow. The whole I don't know where this is going. Where is that going? Okay, now we're in the airport. So now this should have been in the first 10 seconds. Not even, this should have been in the first 7 to 8 seconds. Again, from what I've learned from short form content, and this is something I've learned from people smarter than me, is every 3 seconds you need a refresher when it comes to the frame. And I think what you were trying to do here was kind of getting that, but not really. And also, holy Helmer, how many perfumes you carry around? So that's my feedback. I think you were also using some lingo, some insider lingo in your post. Like for example, I didn't understand what meet Dhabi from my POV. I think you mean met Abu Dhabi or Dubai, like or Dubai Abu Dhabi. Learned a lot. What is the LP army? So you're using insider lingo as if you're speaking inside a community, but you're trying to speak for people on X. I couldn't really understand. But again, this did well. This is a good piece of content, obviously. It's just my first impression watching this video. It didn't captivate me like that right into it. Matt Dubby is Meteora's event. Okay, good. I didn't know this, for example. So that could say something. The most people, the hook, the scene was slow, get faster to the point, get a refresher every 3 seconds. There we go, man. But good, bro. I love that you're trying these types of video. Again, no one's doing those. I absolutely love the fact that you're trying to do creative style video content, which is not something that is my strong suit, by the way, at all. But keep refining your craft, bro, because these are the types of things that will separate you from everyone else. So that's what I have to say. Motivation Maxi is in the house here to support. I appreciate you. Let's do the third question. Casper is a legend. Indeed, yes. Casper is a legend. All right, we got a question by Excellency. I offer Reply Guy as a service to increase founders' visibility, save them time, and build relationship with their target audience. Good. Tried cold DMs, not really effective. Tried content, gave me inbounds, but haven't gotten any for months. My bottleneck is the changes/improvements I need to make on my content to start getting inbounds and generally scale. Let's look at Excellency's profile. Before this live stream, I did take a quick look because I wanted to make sure that there was, where's the gap here? Where's the gap? And I was able to spot some good stuff. So let me pull up Excellency, and I'm going to share my screen, Daniela as well. Ba-bum. What's his username? How do you write it? I think it's right. I got it. Yeah, I got it. All right, Excellency. All right. So here's the bio. Increase visibility and save hours daily by letting me write targeted and quality replies to you. Okay, good hook. The good hook. Good hook. The letting me write targeted and quality replies for you is a little bit clunky. The English is a little bit weird. I don't know what's I don't know what's up with that sentence, but it feels a little bit too much of a mouthful. I write and reply for your favorite founders and Web3 projects. Give them visibility while reclaiming 3 hours per day. I share my experience here. Digest. Okay. I write and reply to your favorite founders and Web3 projects. Okay. This doesn't mean anything from the perspective of your buyer persona. I write and reply for your favorite founders and Web3 projects. So for example, am your target audience. You write for Web3 founders. I'm a Web3 founder. This sentence does not captivate me. Instead, I would say I help Web3 founders grow their reach and visibility using targeted reply guide strategies. Very simple. Very simple. And I would invite you to use reply guy in your wordage because here you have targeted and quality replies for you. I would use the same tone right here. So how? So instead of saying I write and reply for your favorite, I share my experience here. That's not a good hook. I would say DM me on Telegram to inquire. Digest means nothing. Content creator. Guys, if I see one more account, if I share my screen today and I see one more account that has content creator as in their freaking bio, I'm gonna turn the stream off. I do not understand. I did a profile audit last week, and man, 1 out of 2 accounts had content creator on it. It feels like people think that writing content creator makes you one right here. No, the real content creators don't say they're content creators. It's like saying you're a KOL. No, KOL don't say they're KOL. Celebrities don't say they're celebrities. So send me an inquiry message. Yeah, send me an inquiry message. Put an arrow here. Try to put an arrow. That's the first thing I would say. Second thing, man, I took a quick look at your profile. To be honest, I don't know. You guys asked me questions, so I can be completely honest with you. Your content is not the best. Your content has room for improvement. You have there's a lot of room for improvement when it comes to your content. Why would you start your post with day 34, day 34, day 35, day 36? What's the point? Start with the hook, man. The first sentence has to be the hook. Again, this is like the previous video that we watched with the first second of the video. That's the hook. The first word in your text is the hook. You want to hook people in. Why should they keep reading? This looks like a diary, which is not a top of funnel strategy. I understand the whole, like bringing people into my universe and having them grow with me. I see the strategy, but that's not how you do it. It has to be packaged in a way that is consumable by the masses. And then your occasional content pieces is something super personal. It's like when I post a video of me at the gym. This is not a picture, this is not a video designed to get any return on investment, any type of distribution. This is just Leon showing Leon. And I know people just like seeing humans on their timeline, and they feel closer when they see someone being a human, going to the gym, having coffee, enjoying a cigar. That's how I think about it. But don't start the content with a diary format. So yeah, that's what I would say, man. A lot big room for improvement when it comes to the content and as well for the consistency of your content. More content. You're posting one piece of content every 2 days. No, man. No, man. More volume. More volume. I realized, and I'll stop sharing my screen right here. I personally realized my growth started to double the moment I doubled the amount of content I started publishing. Let me repeat this. My growth on my account doubled when I started doubling the output of content that I had. During summer, I went from posting 3 to 4 times a day to now posting 8 to 10 times a day. I just post whatever is on my mind now. I started becoming less fancy, less overthinking about my content, and I just started publishing whatever I thought was personally valuable on the timeline. And guess what happened? Double the growth. I started having double the amounts of viral videos, double the amounts of viral posts, double the amount of followers. Everything doubled because I was taking more shots on goal. It's like in baseball, you want to keep swinging until you have all these home runs. That's how I see content. If I could, I would post 20 times a day. I would love to get to that point. Maybe I should give up on everything and just start shit posting all day. Maybe that would help. Thank you. Let's look at some of the chats that we have right here. And we are at 6:42. I'm going to have to wrap this one up a little bit earlier. I got a presentation to give in a bit. Yeah, Daniele, the next questions we can use next session. Let's look at the questions. So, Mirab, Sarah, Casper, my man, are we doing profile reviews? Count me in. Not today, my man. I have a question. So this is by Kanekix Web3. I have a question. And shout out to Kanekix for joining from YouTube. These days, if you reply 200 plus times, you will be showing on problem spam. How to fix this? Don't be spammy. Don't be spammy, man. If you don't want to show up in the spam folder, don't be spammy. It is spammy, bro, doing 500 replies a day. Come on. You look like a bot. The easiest way to avoid getting spammed or labeled as a bot is just don't act like a bot. And, I think they psyop the generation into believing that replying will be the cure for growing your account. Guys, I never replied. I was never a reply guy. I never reply guy. Maybe let's say, maybe if I was, my account would be triple the size that it is now. Perhaps. But I think it's counterintuitive in the sense where you fundamentally want to play games where you prioritize the outputs that actually matter. What matters in content is very simple. You need to make content that is valuable enough for a certain target audience. That's it. Everything you do should be aligned with that one goal. How do I make more content that is more valuable to my target audience? And then you reverse engineer your entire content strategy, which could include reply guying under certain profiles. But just reply guying for the sake of reply guying, which is what 99% of reply guys do. That's not the trick, guys. That's not the trick. You're gonna put your post. You're just growing. You're just doing it. It's like doing enough movement. If you're in the desert and you're doing enough movement, you're gonna throw sand up. Dust is gonna come up, but you're doing a lot of movement for nothing. You're wasting a lot of energy. Instead, take that energy that you have to do 500 replies a day, and just like the laser focus this on creating valuable stuff. And you're gonna see, man, your speed of iteration and your speed of progress is gonna increase so much. And I'm just sharing what worked for me. It's also good to have big numbers of followers, but you know what matters even more? A follower that actually cares about you. I don't have the biggest account on X. I generally don't. I'm not considered the big KOL because I'm not. But the audience members that I have, these are people that follow Leon. They respect Leon. They would, and I know my audience. If I launch a book tomorrow, they're gonna buy it just because the brand people associate me with value. That's a brand. That's what you want. That's what you want, ladies and gentlemen. Stop overcomplicating it. Stop trying to game the algorithm. Stop trying to think, what does the algorithm want? The algorithm wants one thing: valuable content. And yes, how you package it, how do you add the layer of entertainment, videos versus articles versus short form versus long form. These are all things you have to experiment with. But that's it. We got Xeno NFT 199. He should probably try to learn from Foxy Hits W as a content creator centered around content creation. Let's go. We love Foxy. Salut. Can you check my profile? Lazy Ninja, my man, we're not doing profile reviews today. Do tune in the coming streams. We'll be doing that. Casper, what would you do if you were starting from scratch today? I would do the exact same thing. I would do the exact same thing I did. Find, even today, by the way, even with Leon having spent 3 years and a half doing marketing content in crypto, there is still a huge gap in marketing content in crypto. Even my niche is still a blue ocean. So even if my account were to get shut tomorrow, or let's say Leon found out about crypto today and were to get started, I would do the exact same thing. I would do YouTube videos and I would write content about marketing. I wouldn't change a single thing. So that's it, Casper. Soulflare, are there hooks that work for any type of content? Great question. There are proven hooks that have been well studied and documented. The industry that has mastered the concept of hooks the best is actually the newspaper agents, is actually the newspaper industry. So the newspaper industry is built on good hooks because you have a one opportunity to get someone to either buy your newspaper or not, to buy your magazine or not, to read your magazine, which means reading the ads, or not. So there's a lot of study and research that was done around what makes a good hook. What are the proven hook angles? What are the proven hook formulas? And I remember at some point I had a really good piece of document. I should probably find it and feed it to ChatGPT. It had 900 proven hooks. That was a really good. I have it somewhere in my emails that I downloaded 6 years ago. Damn, I'm old. But that contained proven hooks that could be used anytime. So this could be a great document to feed ChatGPT and be like, hey, save these hooks. And then whenever I have a type of content that I want to make a video about my morning protein breakfast. It will give me the right hook. That's a good idea, man. I'm going to do this. And I'll let you know, man. If you're still around, I'll share that with you as well. I'm wondering what method you're using to capture what content is working well. Data, man. Lucky money. No, don't overcomplicate it, man. Just look at the data, see what works, do more of it. And a lot of it is pattern recognition. I could tell you, oh yeah, my articles about crypto marketing work because I posted one that did well, but then I post 3 after and they don't do well. So a lot of it is pattern recognition. A lot of it is finding your own voice. A lot of it is identifying what works for you. What are you naturally interested in doing? For example, I was experimenting with doing super high production content like this one on X versus selfie style content. And it turns out the selfie style content does better because people like the authentic, organic content more than they like the highly polished like this when it comes to a short video. So I started doing more of this. Again, pattern recognition. And every once in a while, I will throw in a highly polished video just to see, okay, has something changed? Maybe this has been fatigued, so I got to go to the next thing. So that's my thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 6:51. Unfortunately, this has been a very good session. I'm loving, freaking loving the conversation today. What's your opinion on the current InfoFi sentiment? I think InfoFi as a technology is revolutionary. It's just a way of scaling incentives and automating incentive rewarding at a scale never seen before. I think InfoFi technology will stay around for the rest of the internet. Has it been rinsed and repeated too much in crypto? Maybe. But again, the whole timeline is depressed right now. Nothing is working. No one is launching. Exchanges aren't even listing. So that's the state of marketing. By the way, I'm noticing a lot of people from YouTube. A lot of people from YouTube. Let me Amazing. I'd be curious to see after we end the stream what would that look like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will have to say a good to say goodbye because I do have a presentation to give also live. I do think it will be live streamed. So if you want more of Leon, you can find me in 5 minutes on my account. I will be retweeting the next stream I will be on. It'll be on my X, not on YouTube. So for those watching on YouTube, move to X and you will see me speak on Wolf Swap. It's actually going to be a presentation about how to win as a content creator in 2026. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Leon Aboud. Thank you all for the amazing comments. We got Katsu, Zeno, Umroy, Soul, Frater, my man, thanks for being around the whole stream. Elek is here. I'm Israel. Isenze is in the house. Castrin, FT as well. Mirab, Kanekix, Vic, Milk Money, OX Zazi, Alimu, Casper, Lazy Ninja, and everyone else. Guys, absolutely love you. Have a good one.